That's where I'm at with it. Welcome in. Thank you for the populars over there. And once again, you guys know that I can't play music because I'm over there on the tube and we don't want to get restricted over there or whatever, copyright infringement. But hello everybody, welcome in, welcome to the show, y'all. I just kind of wanted to talk about some of all this stuff that's going on right now and how those things are affecting us. So that's where we are. We over here at Domesticated Me. And there's so much going on in the world, you know, like the thumbnail says, you know, we got Carmelo Anthony, we got Nolan Wells, blessing to their family. We got that Charlie Kirk trial going on too. And there are so many things. Thank you for sharing the live. There are so many things that are going on. And y'all, it's affecting our collective energy. I'm telling you it is. I'm just going to be totally honest that it is affecting our collective energy. And it can continue to affect your collective energy depending on how passionate you are about some of the things that are going on. Like, depending on how passionate you are. Okay? You know, when passion rises up, your energy is on. And so, hey, how you doing? Beautiful. I love you, Mimi. Thank you for coming in today. We are talking about collective energy here on the show. It's Domesticated Me, where we talk about journeys and all of that good stuff, you know. But today's show really is based on how are you feeling about today's polarizing and eventful things that are happening in the world. Like, how are you feeling about Carmelo Anthony? How are you feeling about Nolan Wells? How are you feeling about the Charlie Kirk thing that's going on? Excuse me. How y'all feeling about Kirk Franklin too? I just recently seen Kirk Franklin in concert, and he rocking still. So y'all better not talk about my boy Kirk. And so that's what the conversation is going to be about. And if you follow any of the major stories that are happening right now, whether or not you're following the war simply to find out when this war is going to be over so we can get back down to some gas prices. So are you in the political realm? Are you following political stories? Yes, those stories too can affect the collective energy of your space, who you're around, your family, your jobs, this, that, and the other thing. Right? Rise up. Y'all know that y'all know that's my theme song, guys. So we like to play that in the beginning because we do want to rise up. We are consciously free over here on Domesticated Me. Thank you for those that are joining me over there on TikTok. I see y'all over there. Thank you so much for joining me over there on TikTok. Heart me's, anything that you've given me thus far, thank you so much for that. Those over here on YouTube, once again, and welcome. So this conversations, like I said, yeah, they're stories and there are things that we should be concerned about. And I'll start with the one that is most concerning, I believe. One of the most concerning stories right now is the Nolan Wells case. It's a case out of Mississippi, and he went out on the 4th of July with some of his friends. He's a melanated young man, and his friends are non-melanated. And so that's parties like what the biggest thing is about it. You know, like, how do you go out on a boat with some friends that don't look like you and you're the only one that doesn't return? Who's heard of that story already? They're like, you're the one. You don't return. Has anybody heard of that right now? Well, if you haven't, it's big. because not only did he not return with his friends, no one knows what happened to him. There's two different stories on whether he wanted to stay back on the island or whether he wanted to not stay back. But there's two different stories out there now. And the part about that, I guess everybody is so upset about is the sheriff in that town. Thank you for those stickers over there. The sheriff in that town came out and said, hey, there was no foul play. What a foul play is he didn't come back. Because they found him probably about on the 5th. Happened on the 4th. No, they found him on the 6th, which was Monday. They start searching for him on the 5th. They couldn't find him and they found him. But I guess to me, one of the kids, one of his friends had his cell phone, didn't let his mama know he had his cell phone. So his mom tracked the cell phone down, which is kind of suspicious because if you know that your friend is missing and you have his cell phone, why wouldn't you tell his mom, well, I have his cell phone? So you're not going to be able to call him. You're not going to be able to do any of that stuff because I have it. So that's what makes it kind of suspicious. And with the, and coupled with, this is out of Mississippi, y'all. And I don't need to tell y'all what happened in Mississippi. And that's in Mattiltown. So at the end of the day, a lot of the content creators and people are talking about literally this feels like Mississippi burning to them. And I want y'all to remember that I said that this feels like Mississippi burning to them because this is how we're going to talk about the collective energy that we put into some of these things, but we put the energy into the wrong thing. Right? Because there's polarity in everything. We put the energy into the wrong thing. And I know right now for Mr. and Mrs. Wells, it's important that the energy goes into a loving way for them. You know, because we as a group of people can sometimes be too critical of different things. You know what I mean? So the first started out saying like, you know, why would you let your kids hang out with all of them? Like, you're the only, like in a group of friends, you're like the only melanated person. Something ain't right about that. But turns out he wasn't the only melanated person on the island, the Horn Island. That's where they were, because two of his other friends, really good friends who are also melanated, were there too. But they don't know what happened to him either. So that's the thing, that nobody really knows what happened to my guy, except for he drowned. How he drowned, how he didn't make it back on the boat, all of that is in question. And so if you really want to know about that story, there's a lot of content creators that are actually covering the story. Shout out to Don Lemon too. He has been on that case since the beginning. If you really want to follow it, go follow Don Lemon. He's talking about it. He's had interviews with the mom and what have you not. I think that you find all the information over there if you go follow it over there. I'm not going to cover the story. I'm just telling you about the collective energy that we are collecting right now through all of these tragedies in our community, right? So the other case that I'm not sure if you're familiar with, but if you are familiar with, go ahead and drop it in the chat, because I want to show you how it's building, how momentum is building. Carmelo Anthony is his name. He's a kid who poked another kid at a track meet, and he was found guilty of the of M, and he was sentenced to 35 years in prison. So there's a lot of conspiracies around that. If whether or not he's even the poker, you got people out here saying that, or if whether or not he actually was jumped and it was true self-defense that warranted the poke, because he could have defended himself for sure, because they admit that the kid, Austin Metcalf, touched him. So he could have touched him back. But it was with the force, with the same force. So poking him for a touch is what they say is the reason why they convicted the kid and gave him 35 years. Now, to me, once again, I'm not going to cover the case. I think we talked about that. But for me, what's up, Amy? Welcome in. To me, the thing to talk about is really the 35 years. The kid was a good kid. The kid never had any contact with the police before. So 35 years, obsessive. And our community is in an uproar over it. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just an uproar over it. And so then we have, that Ricky Chow guy, Cyrus, the boy that didn't steal the bottle of water. And Ricky Chow gets off for pew-pewing him. And that's what started the boycott of the Asians, because you had the Asian bold guy come on here and said that we couldn't live without them, that guy. So now there's a boycott. So if you didn't even know why the boycott was going on, the boycott is going on because somebody said something that was mean to the African-American, Black, whatever you want to call it, I'm not in the names, community, right? The melanated people, us. Right. So we decided we're going to boycott. Right. So there's a boycott over that. I gave my opinion on the boycott, too. And my opinion is I'm not boycotting nothing unless it really does. It really has to be about me. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not going to boycott all Asians because I don't believe that all Asians have that behavior. Now, of course, thank you for those super populars. Of course, there are some out there that have it, so they're going to get boycotted. I've been boycotting since I was little. I don't go to places where I'm not wanted, period. I don't care what you look. You can look like me. If you treat me a certain type of way, I'm out of there. I'm not finna patronize you. I ain't finna nothing. I just did a brother like that I was going to him and taking stuff to him and, getting stuff made by him. And he got out of pocket with me, and I said, okay, I'm out of here. I don't care nothing about that. And that's how we should ultimately be, is don't give people in your community your money if they don't care about your community or what you care about. That's what I think on that. Welcome in, everybody. We are dual streaming right now. We are over on YouTube and we are over on TikTok. Hi, my TikTok people. Welcome in, y'all. Thank you for everything you're doing, the likes and everything. But today we are talking about collective energy, not about the cases I'm talking about. I'm talking about collective energy, and I'm going somewhere. So stick with me. I'm going somewhere, right? And so then you have, we did Carmelo Anthony, we did Cyrus, we did Nazira Harris is another one. Although it's not a racial divide, it's a divide of people who don't care about a young lady that went missing. So it kind of fits into all of these different cases that are coming up. There's another one that just came out where it's the third one. This is what I'm telling you why this collective energy is important to us. It's the third case of a fake missing child within the last 6 months or so. The third case. You got the one that was coming out of Enterprise. She tried to play like her daughter got abducted, but really she had did something to him. Then you got the lady who I can't remember what state she was out of, but same thing with her daughter. And now you got this other couple who kid was been missing for 30 days, calling the police, talk about she just ran off, but come to find out 4-year-old been gone for 30 days. This is all collective energy that we're collecting. It's like, you guys, if you come into the chats on weekdays when we're talking about gratitude, that is the reason why I uphold gratitude every morning. That is the reason why I want you to be gracious for the things that we have, is because we have to counteract this other collective energy that is pulling us into a hole. Like we're being sucked into a hole, right? Because who ain't going to be upset if every other month there's a child that is being mistreated by its parents? The ones that are being entrusted to take care of them. Who's not going to be upset if every other week there is something happening to a person, a melanated person, and there's no justice, or there's no apparent rush to find out what happened in the Nolan Wells case? Like, you're not going to tell me one of those boys don't know. So yes, we're going to get a collective energy source that makes us upset. What does make you upset mean? In your energy, more things to be what? Come on, put it in the chat. More things to be what? More things to be upset about. That is what you pull into your reality by being upset. And that's why it's better not to be upset, not to go back and forth with people on different social medias, getting yourself all hyped up over most of this stuff that we learn about these cases, y'all. They be lies, y'all. They be exaggerations to stuff. And people really think that that's doing good. People really think that's doing good. And half of the same people that say they wouldn't fall for trolls are falling for trolls. I heard this man online saying about Nolan Wells that he couldn't swim, but that's not true. His mama said he could swim. And I heard another guy online saying that he probably didn't want to have his phone. He probably didn't like to use his phone. You know, he probably wanted to, leave his phone right there, when his mama saying no, he's a snapper. He Snapchats everywhere. So you begin to put these different things in there. Thanks for the likes down there, guys. You begin to put these things. Don't forget to hit the like button if you're coming in over here on YouTube. Share the live out, and what have you not, because we're only going to be over here for a second. We're going to go over back to our other channel. Momentarily, y'all. I'm sorry, I forgot to put I'm not sorry, but y'all know I forgot to put it on Do Not Disturb. Hey, Adriel, thank you. I probably lost y'all, but anywho, so I just want to talk about your collective energy really quick, and why is it important for you not to get so caught up in all of this stuff? Most of the stuff is not even true. It's speculation. So because it's speculation, you're getting yourself all riled up over some stuff that don't even mean anything. It's speculation. And what does it do to your energy and the people that are around you, especially if you're dealing with the social media and you're on social media and you're in the different chat rooms and you're angry and you're talking back and forth with somebody who is just being a troll or whatever it is, your energy is being affected. Peace and blessings, Patricia Smith. Welcome in, love. Welcome in. And so that's staying grounded, you know what I mean? And figuring out what it is that you can do where you're not angry. There's some things that we can do about some of the things that are happening in our community that does not cause us to be angry. Who agrees with that? If you agree that there is something you can do, yes, it's a tragedy. Yes, these things happen. All of these different tragedies that come up. Yes, but there is a thing that you can do that doesn't require you to be angry, upset, mad, all of these different emotions that causes your outside world. We're talking about correspondence here today. So within, as without, as within, as without type thing, right? If you're feeling it inside, if you're passionate so much about it inside, then you're going to continue to see some of the same attributes outside. So that is why energy is very important. Your collective energy and where you put your energy at is very important. And some of us, that from what I see online or whatever the case may be, you guys, you're putting your energy into the wrong spot. You're putting your energy into anger. You're putting your energy into hate. You're putting your energy into things that are basically wanting you to see more of what it is. We control our realities, guys. That's all I want to say about that. And that really is how it is. We really do control our realities. And it is very important for you to understand that. If oops, if you are still in this live right now, thank you so much for being here. I really intended on going live for about 30 minutes over on the tube and an hour over here on TT. And I've been on TT for an hour already because I started earlier. I started at 2:30. And so I am going to get off because I really didn't intend on being on here this long. I just really wanted to come share my thoughts and what have you not. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you for being here. And now I'm going to move on because it's a beautiful Saturday. And I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all of that good stuff. And over here on TikTok, thank you so much for coming. Don't forget to come see me. And if you guys didn't know, I'm going to do 2 gratitudes a day. I'm going to do one in the morning. We're going to do 1 gratitude in the morning. Then we're going to do 1 midday. So if you are into the gratitude sessions that we have with a lesson after the gratitude sessions on some of the things that we're trying to unlearn, then we're going to do them twice a day now. In the morning, we're going to go from about 7:30 to 9. And then in the afternoons, we're going to start at about 3-ish. So maybe we can get some different audiences in. So thank you so much for being here. And we'll see you at the next one for sure. Hey, that girl. I love you, that girl. I love you, that girl. That's my Ace Coon Boone. That girl. That is my BFB. Like for real, for real, for real, for real. If you ain't never had nobody that will ride for you, then hey, too bad, because I got one. Hey, that girl. I love you, girl. Rise up. It's my theme song, y'all. Rise up, tapping, we consciously free. Rise up, tapping, it's domesticating me. Rise up, tapping, we consciously free. Rise up, tapping, it's domesticating me. We rise, we heal, we consciously be. No labels, just grow. Domesticated me. Journey, talk, and all the walk, seeking mind, body and soul alignment. Welcome to the space where we elevate. Like, subscribe, turn your notification bells on so you know when I'm live. Help me build this channel together, this community. It's a positive, motivating, inspirational community. So come help me build this community together. Thank you so much. Pushing pretty. How you doing, love? Journey, talk, and all the walk, seeking mind, body and soul alignment. Welcome to the space where we elevate.